Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you are fine. Please open your English books. Yesterday we started our lesson number 7, Uncle Shamus, and we read about the lesson which is actually a play. We read that Uncle Shamus, who was an old, odd and a strange character, he came to attend the marriage ceremony of his relatives' daughter Samina. Mr. Malik and Mrs. Malik were his relatives, and since he entered the house, everything was just as if ready to be damaged because of his odd personality. He was a walking disaster, and Mr. and Mrs. Malik were both annoying a lot in the presence of that old man. They wanted to get rid of him as well, and Uncle Shamus listened their whole conversation that they did about him. Okay, so we are going to start reading right from scene 3 on page number, yes, here. Mr. and Mrs. Malik enter the living room. Mrs. Malik, looking at the shattered picture and shaking her head. The sooner the better. Underline the word shattered. To break into many small pieces. Mr. Malik shouting, Uncle Shamus, lunch is served. You see, he did not respectfully call him. Rather, he was shouting. Mrs. Malik, not loudly, sarcastically. Underline the word sarcastic. Sarcastic is the way of taunting others. That is, you can say, a hidden way of disrespect. Yes, Uncle Shamus, Mr. Voracious. Underline the word voracious. Voracious means here, students, you can say the person who consumes vast amount of food, who eats like hell, and come and eat it all, then break a few plates and cups and saucers. You see, this is sarcasm. This is sarcasm. Sarcasm is, you can say, the intended meaning is different, but the spoken words are different in sarcasm. So she doesn't mean that he come and eat all the stuff and broke the plates and cups and saucers, but she is taunting him. Mr. Malik, shh, he might hear you. Mrs. Malik, good, perhaps he will get the hint. Uncle Shamus enter carrying the suitcase and looking crestfallen. Underline the word crestfallen. Crestfallen means very sad or disappointed. Mr. Malik, you don't have to bring your suitcase to the dining table, uncle. Mrs. Malik, aside, unless you want to pack some for the snake later. Mr. Malik glores at her. Glores mean giving him stares at her. Uncle Shamus, I won't be staying for lunch. I have an appointment to keep back at home. I have decided to go immediately and return, perhaps, to see Samina getting married. Mrs. Malik, but uncle, have some lunch first, then go. Mr. Malik, yes uncle, why this sudden change of mind? You are most welcome in our house. You see how double-faced they were. They were pretending as if they wanting him to stay with them, but in hard at his back they were speaking bad about him. You see, Mrs. Malik, but your appointment, I suppose you have to keep it. Mrs. Malik want to get rid of him as soon as possible. And Uncle Shamus, yes, without delay. Thanks for the offer. I shall be in touch. Goodbye. Uncle Shamus exits. Mr. and Mrs. Malik look pleased yet surprised. They were pleased that they have got rid of him, but they were surprised that why did it happen? When he is gone, they dance round the room. The postman peers through the window, looking astounded. Underline the word astounded. It means great surprise or wonder. Mrs. Malik notices and stops dancing. Mr. Malik continues to dance. Can you imagine the whole scenario? That they were enjoying and they were very happy at Uncle Shamas leaving. And they were celebrating it. Mrs. Malik to the postman, what are you gawping at? Underline the word gawping. It means googling or staring. Is this the way to deliver letters? Can you come to the front door? Mr. Malik, stop dancing, and what time do you call this? You are supposed to deliver the post in the morning, not in the afternoon. Postman, sorry sir. Sorting office problem, sir. Motorbike problem, sir. Late starting problem, sir. Postman is explaining them loads of his problems. Mrs. Malik, I will give you a headache problem if you deliver the post at the window in future. And she snatches the letter. Mr. Malik, come in the proper way next time. Postman, yes sir, starts to go, then puts his head back in the window. Very fine dancing, madam. He was complimenting them. Mrs. Malik, shaking the letter in his face. Your supervisor will hear about this. Exit postman. Mr. Malik, holding up one letter. Look, here is Uncle Shamas' letter. Mrs. Malik, open it. What does he say? Mr. Malik opens the letter and reads. Mrs. Malik, well. Mr. Malik, looking shocked. Oh dear, what have we done? Mrs. Malik, what have we done? Mr. Malik, we have driven him out, and he had come to give all his late wife's jewelry to our Samina for her wedding. Mrs. Malik, oh no, taking the letter. If only we had waited for a while. Now they are, you can see how greedy they are now. In the letter, Mr. Uncle Shamas might have mentioned that he came to gift Samina his late wife's jewelry, and now they are thinking that why didn't they wait for a while and why they have sent him back. Mr. Malik, it's too late now. He has gone, and so has our fortune, our Samina's fortune. Enter Samina. Now, this is the first ever entrance of Samina in the whole play. Samina, who is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Malik. Hello, mom. Hello, dad. What's going on? Is lunch ready? I'm starving. Looking round. And where's Uncle Shamas? Mrs. Malik, hiding the letter behind her back. Uncle Shamas? What about Uncle Shamas? Mr. Malik, why do you bring up his name? Samina, Uncle Shamas was here earlier. I met him at the gate. He said he had come to stay till the wedding. Where is he? Mr. Malik, your uncle came and departed. Departed means he left. He was in a hurry to go. Mrs. Malik, yes, he had an appointment to keep. Samina, an appointment? That's strange. It's all right. He will be back for lunch. He had a healthy appetite. Mr. Malik, he won't be here for lunch. He has gone home. Samina, gone home? But he said he was staying till the wedding. What's going on? Mrs. Malik, I doubt whether he will be here for the wedding either. She said that it might not be sure that he will attend the marriage ceremony either because of their behavior with him. Samina, why ever not? He was looking forward for the wedding. He told me so. Mrs. Malik, well, he became quite upset with something he said. He is a nuisance to have around, you know. Underline the word nuisance, students. It is nuisance. We will pronounce it nuisance. Nuisance means annoying behavior. Nuisance means annoying behavior. Mr. Malik, and we could not keep our comments to ourselves. He must have overheard us. Now Mr. Malik is admitting his mistake rather. Samina, you mean you drove him out, poor man? Mr. Malik, I'm afraid so. And the worst thing is, he has going to leave you a small gift. Mrs. Malik, well, quite a largish gift. He said he will going to leave you Auntie Maria's jewelry. Mr. Malik, and now, of course, you won't even get a sniff of it. Underline the word sniff, a small piece of it, because he has gone. Mrs. Malik, I wonder which ring or chain he might have brought for you. Samina, you mean rings and chains and dozens of other precious pieces too? Mr. Malik, whatever do you mean, dear? Samina, I can show you. He handed me a large box when he arrived. It is full of the most priceless pieces of jewelry. Mr. and Mrs. Malik look stunned. And there is curtain and the play is finished. Students, you see that Uncle Shamus was a simple man, actually. He wanted to help them, but his personality was not allowing him to do that. His intentions were pure, but maybe because of his age factor, he was like this and in his actions. How loving and caring was he about Samina. He gave him the gold jewelry of his wife as a daughter. And in our life, students, we may interact such characters who are old. And sometimes, instead of hating them, we should tolerate them. We should give them space. We should try to understand their situation. Okay? Instead of speaking bad against them, instead of showing our intolerance against them, we should tolerate them. Okay? So this is all about the play. Inshallah, with the words meaning, we will meet in our next.